In this video, I'll be going through the process of how to create the feature symbologies for a conduit feature definition. As a quick review, we started by creating the levels, as the levels are going to be used by the element templates. And then we created the element templates, which will be used by the feature symbologies. And then those feature symbologies will be used by the feature definitions. So in a sense, we're working our way from the lowest level to the top level, working our way backwards. So before I go in and create the feature symbologies, let's first go and look at a conduit feature definition. So I'll right-click and create a new feature definition. Taking a look at the properties, if I go down to the symbologies, we're going to be pointing to three symbologies: a center, a profile, and a solid. These others are going to be just element templates that we can optionally add if we want to display the inside and outside walls of the pipes. So moving down into the feature symbology, we're going to be creating linear, profile, and solid. And I've already built out the folder structure for all three of these, and you'll notice they're all the same for all three. And I built that in the spreadsheet that's going to closely match what I have created for the feature definition path. And now I'll start creating the feature symbologies inside. So going back to the list, I'm going to start with a pipe. I would say it'd be easiest to create all of your center symbologies first, and then create all your profile symbologies, and then all your solid symbologies. In this example, I'm going to create one for a pipe for center, one for a pipe for profile, and then I'll create one pipe for solid. So starting with the center symbology, I'm going to right-click the pipe folder, and see I want to create a new feature symbology. This is going to be pipe center. And then over here in the properties, I'm going to set the default element template. And I'll go under the stormwater folder under conduits and pipes and plan and choose pipe center. So any element template in any of the other sections that is not set is going to use the default. So that means that my plan element template, the line that draws for the center line in plan, is going to be using the symbology defined in this element template, as well as my 3D is also going to use that. So I'm not talking about the 3D solid that gets drawn from the solid symbology. This is going to be a 3D line stream that gets drawn in the 3D model, and it's going to use the same symbology as the default unless I apply a different element template here. Now I am going to have a different element template pointed to for the profile intersection point. So I have a special element template for that called intersecting profile. And now as I go to create additional symbologies, I could create new, but I can also copy and paste, and that's going to make the process much faster. So I can go in and just change this to whatever my next symbology name is, and I'll already be close to my folder path. So I could go into the culverts and plan and choose my culvert center, and I don't need to set the profile intersection that time. One other trick to keep in mind is we can bulk select these symbologies and make changes in the properties in bulk. And we can also right-click and go to the details, and that'll open up the information for all of those selected symbologies in more of a table format. So whatever is easiest for you to manage these, there's some different options there. All right, moving down to profile, I'm going to be creating a pipe profile. So again, I'm just going to right-click the folder and say a new feature symbology. Name that. I'm going to set the default to the profile element template for a pipe. And that's going to apply that for all of the other unset element templates. All right, moving down to the last one, which is going to be for a solid. I'm going to create this for a concrete. We're going to be creating a solid symbology for each material. And we are not going to be setting the default element template here for the solids. We're only going to be setting the top element template. So here I'll go under conduits and pipes 3D and choose the pipe concrete. So from there, you're just going to continue that same procedure until you've created all of your center, profile, and solid symbologies. And then repeat the process inside of your Utilities DGN lib for the center, profile, and solid symbologies for those.